Welcome to TAAN TV Spotlight. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, and today's episode is Latinos on TAAN TV, featuring the Tres Leches comedy troupe. And my first guest today is comedian Mr. Danny Ingle. How you doing, Danny?
Good, Vance. How you doing?
Oh, good, man.
Thanks for having us out here.
Hey, man.
Man, made it on TAAN.
Yeah.
Made it.
You're on the big TAAN TV, man, the African American Network, baby.
Awesome. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Sure, man. Glad to have you. Say, you want to just jump right into?
Well, this is going on 15 years of me doing comedy.
Wow.
And you remember the very first time you saw me. Mm-hmm. It was just, you said to get out of the business. And I was, I said, after I got done crying, I went back to the hotel room, thought about it. I said, you know what, I want to keep going. And it's been going good. Been staying busy. Ever since then, I've been working hard, took a lot of advice you gave us when we first started, and going out. I've been doing cruises around the world, military shows overseas, comedy clubs across the country, and now on TAAN TV.
Now on TAAN TV.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Now tell me, Danny. So when somebody comes to see you, what they expect, man? What kind of comedy?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, because I stay away from stuff that's happening on the news now.
Okay.
So it's just strictly me talking about my home life. I'm married. With no kids. So no wrinkles, and also and just about myself and just things I experience and things I just kind of oversee on a regular basis.
On a regular
basis.
Okay.
So I just try to keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
And I don't try to make it. You're not going to come to the show and overthink.
Now, tell me, who can come see your show?
We prefer adults.
Okay.
Kids can come, but they're running around all over the place, and but it's just if you're in high school on up, I said, just come on. I just had somebody who's in high school come watch one of the shows because he was looking about getting involved in comedy. I said, "What? Come on down," and we talked. Okay. I said, "Just don't jump in too fast because I'm still working." Yeah, wait till I retire or get out. But it's just pretty much anybody who could just come and watch the show and enjoy the show.
Okay. Yeah. Now tell me where some of the most memorable times you had as being
it's funny because some of these places, it's some of the smaller comedy clubs. Mm-hmm. Well, and not even small. One of my favorite places to perform is the Ice House in Pasadena. Because everybody's right there. Okay. It's just, I hate, theater shows. I've done a few of those. Right. They're okay, but you're distancing yourself from the crowd. And I like people just be right up front. I want people to see me sweat and see if I'm scared. Okay. That's not really scared.
You like that tightness, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's always a lot of fun.
So tell me, name some places you've been.
As far as like performing overseas has been pretty awesome, but it's on the ship, and so we have people from England, people from Australia, Canada, United States, of course, coming in and watching the shows. But just hitting ports all over Italy, ports all the way down to the Panama Canal, Colombia. It's doing shows in this, leaving out of Seattle, going to Alaska. Yeah, just stuff. It's just great. But the military shows are really awesome, though. Okay. Military shows overseas, because you get some young guys out there, and when they find out where you're from, the tears come down, and then they want you to, can you call my mom up? I was like, hey, it's just, we just met. But it's just, So, those are always rewarding. I love doing those.
Going there for, hey, man, those are always great shows,
man.
They're always good. For our troops, man. Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier too. I said, how long have I known you? I've known you for, I can think it's like going on 15 years.
Man, yeah.
And time's flown, because you still look the same.
Well, no,
you look the same.
Yeah. I've been blessed, but it's hard work too. You know, so but that's great. But tell me now, and we're gonna stay in your comedy.
Sure.
Your comedy route. Would you prefer as far as doing clean comedy, are you a clean comic, or how would you categorize yourself?
I could put it this way. I'm not a dirty comic. Okay. Yeah, I think we can go there, because I'm not a dirty comic.
Now explain what you're saying when you say dirty.
Because some of the things that people are talking about now, it's just, I would hate to do a show and sit next to I'm 57 years old. Okay. I would still get embarrassed sitting next to my parents and having to listen to some of the stuff people are talking about.
I got you.
It's just because I'm just old school like that. I've never cussed in front of my parents. Okay. It's just, and that's never, and I never will until, once they pass, There's a lot of things coming out now. No, but it's just
hopefully that won't be for a while.
For a while,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Oh yeah, my dad's evil. He's gonna live a long time. He knows it. He knows
I tell you,
it.
hey, that's another show, man.
Oh yeah.
Talk about our pops. Have our pops.
Yeah, I love him. He's a character. But yeah, I just in fact, a few months ago, I did a Baptist church up in East Texas.
Okay.
And it was the best crowd. I mean, in fact, I was a headlining act, and when I got by the time I got up, I was going, do I even, man? But they were awesome. It was fun. We had a good time. So it's just, I try to tell a lot of younger comics, work where you can, where you can get work. If you're a dirty comic, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. There's material for everybody.
Right.
But I just enjoy doing what I do.
Good.
And if it's either working, because maybe my comedy club act is not going to be the same. Of course, it's not going to be the same as my church act, but I can combine the two together.
Okay.
And because it's just kind of, sometimes you just go with what people want to, what you think they want to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'm not a squeaky clean comic.
Okay.
But I just don't have to worry about cussing.
Okay.
I guess that's, yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But don't get me wrong, every now and then, yeah, just throw one of those.
So look, so you're currently touring. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any other aspirations you have in this comedy business?
I just love doing what I'm doing. And tomorrow I take off to New Mexico. I have a couple shows in New Mexico, and it's just working different parts because I'm doing casino shows.
Okay.
Indian casinos, and then from there, I do a comedy club.
Okay.
And then I think at the end of the summer, I jump back on the ship, do a couple ship shows, so which is good. Right now we're hoping to really get off the ground with what we're doing with the Tres Leches, because it's with us, and people, and it's in English. So, because we took the name Cleto, there's three of us, and we all have, it's because we're pretty much the same.
Right.
But we all have different comedy. And so with us, we were talking about, we just wanted to have like a little catchy name.
Okay.
And so this is where we come up, because we're eating. Get that? So we're eating, and Cleto goes, well, what about Tres Leches?
Okay.
And so, which is just a Mexican cake. I don't know if it's three milks is what it is.
Well, see, that's why I'm glad you're on here.
That's what, yeah.
Teachers.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's funny, it's delicious, it's sweet. No. But yeah, so, and then I said, well, it has a good ring. And so I said, well, why don't we just use that? Let's just use, and so we ran with that. Now, the only problem that we were having, not really a problem, but sometimes people who would just, they see it, they go, hey, is this in Spanish? I said, no, it's in Spanish.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. In fact, I mean, I'm not fluent, but I can speak Spanish, but not to work, not to work like that. Yeah.
That's tight.
So
That's
yeah,
tight.
but that's what the Tres Leches is. There's three of us, three different guys. We all have our own unique little style, but we're all three are married. They have kids. I don't have any kids. Somebody had to be the odd man out.
Maybe one day on Latinos on TAAN, we get the Tres Leches.
Oh yeah.
Think we can do that?
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay.
We can do it.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay.
I need to have the Tres Leches on TAAN.
Security. Yeah.
So,
no, we want to. Yeah, that's we want to be on there.
Okay, good
Yeah.
deal. Let me ask you this now. As far as what about pursuing a film or TV career?
If it happened, because we thought about, one of the things that we were talking about last summer about doing a play. And so if that happens, it's great, because I love doing stand-up. I love doing stand-up, and I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I think I would be comfortable just doing stand-up. Even though if TV came along, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, we're on TV right now. Yeah, TV or movie. A movie would be really neat. Yeah.
Well, as a stand-up man, as long as you can stand up, but even now you can sit down and still perform.
Yeah.
Yep. And once you build with social media now, you can build your own following.
It's so crazy out there.
Man.
And I see some of these younger guys, and I'm going, man, they are just, I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy, and it's just, it's just. But I see what some of these younger guys are doing.
Right.
their social media is even better than what they're doing on stage. I go, if they can combine the two together, I said, I need to do some social media. Yeah. It's just, I'm pretty easy to follow.
Okay.
DannyIngle.com.
Okay.
You can look me up, Danny, Ingle, on Facebook,
okay,
Twitter, and Instagram.
Okay.
And I have some cool Instagram pictures.
Is that right? So are you working yours pretty good?
Okay, here's what's embarrassing. I think I have more food on my Instagram than me being on stage, and that's where it's not balancing out.
Well, Danny. First of all,
but I have a lot of chefs following me.
Well, first of all, the tres leches. Now I find out it's a cake.
It's a cake.
In
fact, I'm gonna have to start putting some more tres leches on there. From different parts of where we're at.
Okay.
And one of the things that's been pretty cool too is that people have brought tres leches cake to our shows.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So my doctor's not happy, my wife's not happy. But it's just
maybe you can figure out a way to merchandise. You have a tres leches shirt or something, or what?
We're starting to marketing our stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to start doing tres leches because we all individually have our own. Because we've been doing this for such a long time.
So what do you do? You have merchandise, Danny Ingle. What do you sell?
Yeah, I have koozies, T-shirts.
Okay.
When I was doing a lot of the clubs, I was selling shot glasses.
Okay.
$5 shot glass, and it was it was really inexpensive.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now tell me something. You mentioned that you did cruises. Mm-hmm. So give me a little. How's that? And how's that work? And
I got really lucky doing the cruise.
Okay.
Yeah, because with the cruises, one of the shows, one of the clubs I was doing in Vegas, Celebrity picked them up, which was Sin City Comedy Club. Mm-hmm. And so they had Sin City at Sea. So we would go perform. We did one show a night. I almost forgot that I was not on vacation. I'm working because we did the late show. Mm-hmm. And it was packed every night because we did a theater of 200 people. Mm-hmm. And I don't like working the big room. The big room is that big, massive auditorium. Okay. Yeah, because everybody's just sitting scattered. In the small room, you have 200 people crammed in there, and there's 4,000 people on the ship. Mm-hmm. So, and you can only get 200 people at one show, so every show is packed. We had a good time. So, and I love, because after you get done, then you get to meet a lot of the people, because I shouldn't say stuck with them, but you're with them for 7 days.
Right.
So, and it's a lot of fun because you meet people from all over the place, all over the world. And it's just, some of and everybody has a story. Because they were asking me, like, how did you come up with this, this joke? And I said, well, I married her, but that's how she's in it a lot.
Right.
So I talk about her a lot. Yeah.
So it's good, Danny.
Yeah.
Good. Let me ask you this, okay? I'm gonna flip the script.
Okay.
Because one thing about TAAN TV, okay, we as a network, we want to have people on that telling their own story.
Right.
Okay. So we got Latinos on TAAN.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to give you an opportunity.
Which is a great thing that you guys are doing. It's awesome because, some places they just keep the same type of either, comic or race and you guys are mixing it all up.
That's there, man.
Yeah.
And so and my thing is, we can learn from each other. Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you, okay, is there something that from the Latino community that you might say, that if you had a chance to say, look in the camera and say, I want to clear this up, or you know what I'm saying? Give us some insight.
Well, here's the funny thing is that people just don't. We're all the same. Mm-hmm. We all have that same crazy, relatives. They come over, didn't bring anything, and they're taking stuff back. It's like that, yeah. It's like that, yeah. Our house, we have. It's just a lot of, people are all the same. I think it's a lot of times people just think, oh, those people. Well, they may dress a little different. It's like, why are they wearing that? It's not prom season. But it's just, I think we're all the same, and just so many little things that people just think, hey, do you guys do something different? No, I think
you know what it is, and in comedy, man, that's just, to me. I mean, it don't matter if you white, black, Hispanic, any Asian, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're funny,
you're
funny.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. You can bring it out. So
I've had friends in it because I've done shows too. I had friends who did the urban nights out, because that's what they would call it at the comedy clubs. Because in LA. you know, when you start and you sit around, you start listening. I go, wait a minute, that sounds a little offensive, but I'm gonna go work. You know, the Taco Tuesday. Yeah. It was like, but it was like, why am I? And it was just, it's crazy. But that's just how it, you know. And but it's such a small community. All the guys we're all working. We're just having a good time. And I think as far as like learning, it's just like when I see I don't watch a lot of comedy unless I'm working with that person. And I'm just watching because it's just, you still learn stuff after so many years. You know, you pick up a lot of things. And I remember, you know, you told me that a long time ago. You're going to sit back, you're going to listen and watch, and then you're going to go, man. And of course, one of the things people try, you know, you have to be real careful because there's so many things that people talk about that are parallels of something. And it's just, you just have to, you know, talk about that subject your own way. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching a lot of the younger people now coming out, and it's just they're all working together and not working with that seasoned comic that they could learn something. So I don't see them like moving forward. And I think you have to move forward. Even though when I started when I was a lot older. Mm-hmm. I first jumped on stage, I was 40 years old.
Okay.
And that's like, you know, I already been in the business. Some of these guys 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. So I just had a regular job. I was in sales. And I wanted to go to the comedy club and just watch. And I said, man, and it's crazy that comedy's the only type of thing you can go to and watch and go, man, I can do that. Because you can't go to a jazz concert, you can't go and see some guy playing the piano just like, I can do that. No, you can't. But it's funny how comedy is just, and then once you get up there, you don't realize how much work's involved. Man, you have to write, you have to get on stage all the time. And that's how, I mean, it's a grind. Yeah. And if you really, really love it, you're going to work it out. And then there's some people that have been doing it for a long time. You're going, go ahead and you might as well just go ahead. Nothing's going to change. You might as well stop.
Get on out the way. Yeah.
You might as well stop. But it's just, you know, it's just something if you love to do. And I've always loved comedy. But it's an art form, and it's something that you have to work at it because it's just not going to happen. You just can't walk up on stage and talk. Maybe some people can. Mm-hmm. I've seen some people doing it, but no, you have to get up there, have a clear head, and know what you want to talk about because it's a process. Yeah, I know because I remember that phrase used to use a long time ago.
Garbage. Huh? That's all good.
And so I'm just in the back going, yeah.
But man, let me tell you something though, Danny. I mean, straight up, you know, I shoot it straight. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know, a lot of times I've been hard on you cats. Yeah. But what impresses me is you know that you stuck with it, mm-hmm. and you became a professional. Oh, I can really tell you know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've seen you grow, mm-hmm. and you know.
Literally, because when I first started, I was a lot lighter.
That's the leches cakes. Yeah. Them 3 layers.
Yeah. You start cutting them rings open, you can tell how long you've been in the biz.
But no, man, and you know, then I was checking you out on your social media. Mm-hmm. Following you around. I think one time you was in Rome. Yeah. You know, I'm like, okay, man. Yeah. You know, so I'm proud of you, man. You stuck with it, man. And you, what I'm saying, you true to the craft, man. Oh. You studied. It seemed like you studied. Work, Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying, man. And I'm proud of you, man. I appreciate you coming on TAAN TV.
Man, well,
and
thanks
representing.
For having us.
You know.
Yeah, thank you.
Danny,
thank you very much.
You know, I'd look for big things in the future. Especially have you come on back. How about it? You come on back and talk to us?
Let's do something. We can do something.
There it is.
Okay.
Well, that's another episode of TAAN TV. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, with Latinos on TAAN TV.